Hey everyone, in today's video we've got Maria in, who was a contestant in the Miss World Vietnam Australia competition that Tina was doing hair and makeup for. So we've got her in to do a couple of different studio shots. Not everyone has access to higher end studio equipment, so we're actually going to, in this video, show you how to use a single light using a strobe with different basic modifiers, a shoot through and a reflective umbrella, and we'll bring in a reflector and show you some different options you can make with the one light. Okay, so when you're shooting in a studio, you really can use any light source. It's just how much power you can get from them. If I was using the studio lights, we could be shooting up around f8, 10, 11 or higher easily. Using the strobes, we'll be, need to have them at full power, and probably I'd be limiting it to about f8 to make sure I'm getting all the juice from them. They do give quite a bit of power though. Today I'm using the Yongnuo 560s, triggering them with pocket wizards. The pocket wizard costs 3 times more than the flash, but you could get away with using basic triggers as well if you wanted. So just to start off, everyone's favorite first flash modifier, a shoot through umbrella. They're great, easy to work with. They give a beautiful, nice, soft light source, get it up nice and close to the subject. And then we'll just vary the angle of shooting and show you, they'll create a really soft shadow, but still the direction of the shadow does make a difference in your shot. Okay, so I'm starting off with the flash at half power. My camera settings are ISO 100, 200th of a second at f8. And let's just see how the light balance is here. Eyes to me. Lovely. Okay, so that's reasonably good light balance there. I'll probably just drop the paper a little bit lower so that's touching the floor. We're not doing full length shots here, but still to not have the paper cutting off there. Just to show you how little light there is in this room, although the camera is showing it as nice and bright. At those camera settings without the flash, we're at pretty much darkness. So it's only the flash that's lighting that scene. And you can see having it up on the 3/4 angle is giving a soft shadow with the brightest part being top right forehead and shadows going across. If we brought the light around a little bit more, that'd be close to classic Rembrandt lighting. Okay, so we've dropped the background down and you'll see I've put the light directly side on to her now. I'll just get you to face your shoulders exactly straight onto me. So this will show you can, even using a really soft light source, give me a kind of a serious look, smile, let's say. Yeah, imagine you're about to audit somebody. So even using a nice soft light source, you can create a really nice fall off in shadow to be a little bit dramatic. Of course, you can get a much harder fall off of shadow if you use a bare light. Let's just do that. I'll drop the flash power by 2 stops though, because the umbrella steals quite a bit. So we've dropped that from half to an 1/8 power. And there you go. We've got a really clear line of crisp brightness to shadow on that one. Not exactly classic beauty lighting, but still works nice. Another option is a reflective umbrella. People often think that they're more efficient with light because it's reflective, but it's really not, because the light has to travel from the flash head into the umbrella, then to the subject, and you can't get it that close to them, as you can with a shoot through that you could put right up against their face. So I'm actually gonna have this right up on full power, a stop brighter than we had the shoot through one. Same camera settings, 200th of a second at f8, ISO 100. Okay, and if we want to bring a little bit more light into the background, we can bring our shutter speed slower. So here we are at 1/50th of a second. And that will just lift the gray in the background. We're letting in 4 times the amount of ambient. So again, without the flash, this is how the scene looks at a 50th at f8. You can see it's just added that little bit extra light. If we wanted to really boost it up, we could go to a really slow shutter speed. There at a 13th, it's blurry, but it's getting more light in the background, but the flash will help us freeze her. So you can shoot at a really slow shutter speed like that and make your background a lot brighter without having to add a second light in to light that up. Okay, back to the shoot through for a moment, still at 200th at f8. Give me a big smile. Stop being serious now. No more tax talk. Okay, so we've got that crisp shadow going across the face still. If you want to soften that but you don't own a second light, we can use a reflector. Tina, not the teeny tiny one, maybe the middle sized one. Oh no, there's one behind there. Yeah, that's a middle-sized one. You can use that one. Good luck. No, this one, the new one. It's smaller, see? I'm being so nice. Try not to knock over Maria or the light. You'll be right. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I've said this a couple of times before, light is light. The way light works is not a mystery. It travels in straight lines and it bounces back at the same angle, opposite direction. Like playing pool, if you come in at 45, it'll bounce off at 45. So we can use the light that's going past Maria to hit onto the reflector and bounce it back into her face to fill in some of those shadows. This reflector has a silver and a gold side, so obviously they're going to give a different effect. So let's try one of each. I'll let you choose first. So you're going to want to position, the light is going to be falling down to there, so you're going to want it in there, basically pointing it back at the umbrella. Okay. So let's have a look now. Bring it a little bit closer up to her, it won't be in the shade, so right up in here. You got to remember how light falls off. If you haven't seen my inverse square law video, click that. But the light is traveling from here, getting weaker, 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 hits her, passes, weaker, 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 hits here, bounces back, still getting weaker, weaker, weaker. So you want to minimize that distance to really get the most benefit from your fill. So you can come in even closer than that. You're still not in my frame. Oh, you're just getting in now. There you go. Okay, so that's filled in a lot of that shadow in the background there. Now, do you want to switch it around to gold? Yes, I do. Okay, I'll frame you out, you're fine. So I can see the gold creeping in here just from the daylight without it even coming in. So let's get it up. I just want to fill in her face. So you can hold it like there. Just get it right in there. You can pop it on your head. There you go. No, but in this case, she's just perfect. It'll go in nice and tight on her face here. The people at home probably can't see anything now. So there we've got a nice amount of gold coming back in. If you wanted just a flat light, of course, you can have the light coming straight on at the model, but the whole point of getting your light off camera is to be able to create interesting shadows and sculpt it a little bit. Stay tuned, we've got a bunch of videos coming through from the shooting we're doing today. We'll be looking at ring lights and group portraits and all kinds of fun stuff like that. But that's a nice one to show you. You don't need the world's most expensive gear to create some interesting shots. One light, a reflector, you can get there. Thanks to Maria. I'll pop a link in the caption to her page. And of course the Tina, hair styling, all of that is her handiwork. Please subscribe, we'll see you soon. Whilst you're here, you might like to check out the series I made called Reflector Magic, showing how to use reflectors outdoors. And here's the inverse square law video I made with myself. Enjoy.